Hi, my name is Terri Sproul, and I want to welcome you to my studio. Tonight is our live Tuesday night art journal show. I apologize, my lights are a little off here because I had a choice between a light or fan. I chose the fan, sorry, but the lights down on my desk are really well. We're going to play with alcohol inks in an art journal tonight, which actually was a little bit of a challenge, but I think I beat the challenge. So come on down and let's start playing. Okay, I am by myself tonight because Joe is getting ready to go off to Gen Con, so be patient with me, and I will do my best to see everybody's questions and take care of all that stuff. So we shouldn't have too much troubles, and tomorrow on my blog, which is right down there, right there, blog, see it? I'm going to take that down also. Tomorrow I'm going to have all of the links on my blog, and I'm going to put a challenge out. The 2 stamps that I'm going to use tonight, I'm going to give away brand new ones. These are, I have duplicates. For everybody who shares my page tomorrow and shares my blog. So I'm going to real quickly turn off my blog information so it takes it out of the screen. Okay. First thing I had to do when working with alcohol inks, I found this a little bit of a challenge because alcohol inks are specifically designed to work with items that are non-porous, and paper is very porous, so they work really well on like glass and that kind of stuff. So I had to figure out a way to make my sheet, my paper in my art journal, to be non-porous. So what I decided to do is I grabbed my heavy gel gloss, sorry about the glare there, from Golden, and I put 2 heavy coats on. Now I did do this off camera just because I wanted it to dry. So I put it on, and then I used my credit card and got it all thinned out. And I put a second layer on the second way. So I have one going this way, and then I had one going this way. And I let that dry. Now what's that going to do is it's going to make my paper, now it's not porous, so it's not going to absorb the alcohol inks into it. And everything will lay on top. So it should work out really well. So you can actually see that that's really glossy. Okay, now working with alcohol inks, you need to use felt. You can buy Tim's little felt squares that the Ranger has made already for you, or honestly you can buy the 50-cent felt pieces of paper, craft felt, and cut it into little squares, and it works the same. So I am going to teach you a couple ways to make this a little less expensive. I'm going to start with 3 shades of blue that I'm going to use in the background here. And I'm going to use, this one's just a blue, this one's called Stone Wash, and this one's called Stream. So when you're working with your alcohol inks, what you want to do is you want to take the nib and you want to stick it into the felt. See, I've actually got it stuck in there, and then squeeze. So I have a nice little dollop there. You do not have to worry about closing your alcohol inks. They do not absorb or evaporate, excuse me. Second color. Now, did you see I didn't put it right on top of the other color? I put it next to the other color, but not right on top. So I'm going in with my 3rd color. Again, another spot, squeeze. So I have 3 colors in my my felt now to work with. Now when you go on, you're going to dab, and you want to rotate your hand to different positions, because if you kept going the same position, the colors will all be the same. So you want to turn your hand. See how my hand is turning every time I put my tool down, I guess you can call it. And I actually, when Tim first came out with these alcohol inks, he didn't have this little tool. So I actually made myself one using a knob for a kitchen that I think I got at the hardware store for like 25 cents. And I also used a little piece of cardboard. So I'm going to go in and put some more color in there because I'm actually almost out. And the more you go into it, the more the colors will mold and become one. Now, if you buy alcohol inks, you can get something called blending solution, also from Ranger. But I'm going to teach you a little trick on that one too. Blending solution is nothing more than 91% alcohol. You can get the 91% alcohol at the drugstore. You cannot get it at a regular grocery store. You have to get it at the drugstore. And it has to be the 91%. It's not the rubbing alcohol that most of you have in your bathroom already. It's the 91% alcohol. So that is the exact same thing as blending solution. And I'm going to use that here in a second as I get this pretty much covered. So now that I've got it pretty covered, and there's still some spots, I keep my 91% alcohol into a little spray bottle. And if I just spray it, what's going to happen is it's going to allow my colors to start blending. So I'm just going to just do a circular motion and just allow those colors to blend as one color now. And that's the alcohol is doing that. If you need to, re-wet it, just go in there and put a little more alcohol in there. So see how that page is all blended out and this one's here? No problem, Danielle. I understand being late. I'm the only one that's not allowed to be late. I have to be on time. All kinds of exciting stuff going on around my mountains this weekend. We've had a huge fire going. Luckily, it's kind of in a area that I haven't had to worry about. I'm going to switch my pad because it's running out of uses. I need to re-glue this. So blend this page a little more. Okay, that's good enough. So you see how I got a really nice blend just using those three colors of alcohol inks. And you see I still have quite a bit of gloss going. So, okay, I'm going to real quickly put my lids on. Now, you do not need to shake alcohol inks unless you're using the what they call additives, which are the gold, silver, pearl, that kind of stuff. And I am going to use that here in a little bit. So you do need to do that one. I'm real quickly going to dry this. It doesn't necessarily need it, but I'm just finding a little stickiness going on. It's probably the humidity in my room. So I'm going to quickly just give it a dry so the stickiness goes away. Now what's fun about alcohol inks also is you can go in and blend and put more colors on top. I'm going to fix my little thing real quick here because I need it to work. Quick glue. And I'm going to grab another piece of felt. See, I cut a bunch of them all at once, so I have them all the time for myself. And I'm going to go in and let's grab this eggplant. No, this is wild plum. And I think I have eggplant here too. Eggplant, yep. And then I'm going to grab the silver mixative in silver. Now this one you do have to shake, and remember I always shake off camera. You do have to shake it, so make sure you shake it till you get the little ball in there moving. And you don't need a lot of that one. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this around the page, just to add a little more depth. And again, I'm going to take my alcohol that 91% alcohol, or you can use a blending solution. It's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with their blending solution. I'm just telling you it's cheaper if you go buy the alcohol. Hi, Barbara, I see you. So some of you guys are using the Q&A. Thank you. So it just gave me a little more depth by putting in that those other colors. I'm just going to blend this out a little more. Those little dots are just a little too stark for me. So tomorrow I'm going to have this page on my blog, which is terrisproul.blogspot.com. And if you go over and share the post and leave a comment, you'll be entered to win these two beautiful stamps I'm going to give away. They're both from Blue Indigo. So the first one I want to use, oh, let me dry this again. I really need it to be good for this next technique. Okay, that looks good. Okay, this next technique I want to use is using, oh no, wait, before we do that, hold on. I want to put some of this in here. This is a really pretty script stamp from Indigo Blue. And somewhere on my desk is my Indian ink pad. So I'm going to just ink the center of it. I've taught you guys about that before. And just quickly put some script around the page. Not even worrying about it. This is just to add depth again. Put one more coat on there. And I'm just doing it until I run out of ink, basically. I'm just going to erase all these comments so that I see if one comes in. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to play with some foils. Actually, they're not foils. They're actually gold leafing that you can get at Michael's. And they come in all different kinds of styles, including some really pretty variegated, which is the one I'm going to use tonight. Look at how pretty this is. Isn't that pretty? This one's variegated. So I'm going to use that one tonight. Okay. So I am going to use, now, there's a couple ways that you can get your stamped image onto your page to use your gold leafing. There is from US Art Quest, you can use Duo, but it's in a liquid form. You can go to a Michael's and get their sizing, which is usually sitting right next to the foil, or the gold leaf, excuse me, I gotta quit calling it foil. And then get something like a real soft pad like this, and you could put it in on there and dab it onto your ink pad or onto your stamp. But personally, I love, this is from Stuart Superior, and it's called a stamp and stick glue pad. And basically it's glue in an ink pad for you already. So I really like that. You guys that are over here just commenting on the questions, remember that I am able to see that and I can't do it all. So if you do have questions, let me know. What did you do on the very first step? Okay, the very first step I did was I took gel heavy, gel medium in gloss. Sorry about that. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. And I put it all over my sheet, all over my paper. And then I took the alcohol inks over it. So hopefully that helps you. I did do 2 layers. Okay, now I'm going to take this stamped image, the stamp from Indigo Blue, and the stamp and stick glue pad. And this is basically a, you know, it's like a stamp or like an ink pad, but it's actually glue. And I'm going to put that right here. Now you're probably not going to be able to see anything when I lift this up, but that's okay. Okay. Like I said, you can't see anything, but there is the glue is there from the stamp pad. Now you got to give it a few minutes to like set up. So I usually just take my heat gun to it. It's usually when it's not shiny, you know it's set up enough. So I think that's good. Now, I don't like to waste any of my foils or my gold leaf. I don't know why I can't call it foil. I want to call it foils. So I keep it all in a Tupperware bowl like this. So I keep all of, and this one I have all the mixtures. So if you don't want to mix it, then have a Tupperware bowl for every single one. But I'm going to grab this sheet of gold leaf, and it's very thin. Very, very thin. See that? And I'm going to lay it down right where I had put my butterfly stamp. Put that out of the way. So I'm just going to go in there. And then I have, and this is really sad, but this is what I use. This is a really sad paintbrush. See that paintbrush? It's a very sad paintbrush, but that's what I use. And I kind of just let it rub on there. Okay. And then I start rubbing away all the excess. And if everything goes right, you could also use, this is like a filter sponge. You could get it like your, like a fish store. And this actually works really well. Hopefully I got the whole image. And all this excess I'm going to put right back into my Tupperware bowl over here. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, guys, Friday, I am part of a really, really cool blog hop. It's with color art, and we did altered shoes. And I am so excited to show you guys my altered shoes because I think they turned out awesome. I did steampunk altered shoes. So, and then all of you have a chance to win prizes from color art. So definitely come by my blog on Friday also. Now I'm just going to grab a few pieces and see if I can get it to fill in where I think it missed. Right there, I think it missed part of the butterfly. So like I said, all these little pieces are all just, can be used again. I don't think I dried it enough on this side because the butterfly is not coming out as well on that side. See it? But that's okay. I'll live with it. Now, I want you to, I've been requested to do this technique for a while with the alcohol inks, but I kept trying to figure out how am I going to do it without having a porous, you know, because paper's so porous that I wasn't sure it was going to work out. So see how that is looking? Oh, let me show you this. How pretty that is. See the butterfly in there? Isn't that cool? See it? Love it. Okay. So, and you can keep going in there and keep messing with it till you get it perfect. But I'm pretty happy with it. I love the way that turned out. So you can see that how that turned out. Isn't that pretty? Love it, love it, love it. Are you using glossy paper? No, I'm actually not using glossy paper. I'm using the same paper that we made the art journal out of. So this is just watercolor paper that was in my art journal. And I made it glossy by using heavy gel gloss from Golden. I put 2 coats on before I used it. So, yes, Deborah, we have started. I'm not sure why you're not seeing the video. I don't know how to help you there. Okay. Now, I want to use, I have this rub-on I found at, it's a basic gray rub-on. It's probably forever old, and it's from, I got it at, you know, like the cheap stores, like Big Lots. So I thought I'd try those. And I always like to cut my rub-ons out, whatever I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use that one right there. So I always cut mine out. That way I don't get any of the extra images. But, you know, do what makes it comfortable for you. I'm going to go that way. It wasn't my original plan, but that's okay. Original plans can change. But yeah, we've had a pretty big fire on the mountain. I've been pretty safe. It was on another part of the mountain, but it's never a fun sight to see smoke coming up from the mountain. They have it 75% contained right now. They're saying tomorrow it should be completely out, so yay. Another trick I like to do is I will slowly peel my rub-on up so that I can see. So you don't work on regular paper. No, alcohol inks will not work on regular paper. They are designed for non-porous items like glass, like metal. I'm going to use metal here in a few minutes. But yes, they will not work on regular paper. That's why I found this a little challenging when you guys threw this at me. And I was like, I'm going to figure this out if it kills me. And I did. I sat in my studio and went, how can I do this? And I kind of thought it turned out cool. I should show you guys my my book that I work in that I test things out on. Actually, they're not positive on how this fire started. We think it was lightning, because last weekend we had a lot of lightning, a lot of rain. So that was a good thing. See, here's my test projects. I have a book that I test everything in to see if I can make things work. So yeah, they don't know how it started yet, but they're still in the investigation part. Okay, now I have a metal word, dance, and alcohol's inks are fantastic for metal because they are non-porous, right? It's hard to put color on metal because it's, you know, like paint will actually flake off if you put paint on metal. If you put it on thin, you can probably get away with it. But if you put it on thick, you'll definitely have problems. You know, it can chip off for a while. So I'm using, okay, this one's not mixed up enough. Hold on. This is the gold mixative. I'm just mixing. I know it did make a gorgeous background, didn't it? So, come on, mix. I'm not hearing the little ball yet, so. I think I'm just going to go with the silver because that one's mixed. Okay, so again, silver, and then I'm going to use the wild plum. It's one of my favorites, to be honest. And I'm going to do this piece of metal here. Now watch how great it shows up on metal. Love the way it looks on metal. And you can do just one color if you want, or you could, you know, go in and get that silver in there too. Okay. And it dries pretty quickly because it's, you know, alcohol ink, so it does absorb. So look how cool that turned out. And it says dance, because butterflies dance. I think I'm just going to put that right there. And actually, after I glue that down, that is the end of my page. Exactly where I envisioned it to come out today. So I'm just going to grab my gel medium to glue this down. So you guys challenged me to use alcohol inks, and I figured it out. Thank you for the challenge. I actually enjoyed it. But yeah, as far as if you want to, if you have a, I find all metal mixatives don't shake up well, and then they, yeah, that is true. She was just saying, Susie was saying that some of them, mixatives that you add to it, after a while, if you don't shake them every so often, they just don't seem to mix up anymore. And this gold is one of them that I think is not going to mix up anymore. I think I waited too long to use it again. Oh well, my fault. I gotta get my alcohol inks out more often. But there is my page. I really like that. It's simple, but it's really pretty. Okay, tomorrow I want to see you guys come by my blog, and I want to see you share my page, and please leave a comment, and I will enter you into when I have both these stamps I'm going to give away. The butterfly stamp and the script stamp. It's not going to be the dirty ones. I have brand new ones for sharing my blog tomorrow and my YouTube channel. Okay, so stop by my blog tomorrow. Let me throw that back up real quick. There it is. I can never do that right. Right there. terrysproul.blogspot.com, and leave me a comment, and then make sure you stop by again on Friday Sorry about that. Stop by again on Friday and see my altered shoes. I'm so proud of them. And I'm sure the other girls are going to blow your mind on how awesome their projects are going to be too. So I hope you like my really pretty simple page that we did tonight with my really pretty butterfly in the foils. And it's all done in alcohol inks. I definitely, on this one, I will definitely put in the wax on it. And I've talked to you guys about that before. Dorland's wax medium. If you put it on your pages, it keeps them from sticking. So if you are having problems with your pages sticking, and almost all glossy items stick, okay? And since I used gloss heavy gel gloss, this page is going to stick, okay? So I definitely need to go in and do some wax over it so that it doesn't stick. So remember, all glossy, and that includes paints. Glossy paints will do the same thing. They never truly dry. They dry, but they don't. You know what I mean? They keep that I don't know, glossy stickiness to them. So, okay, guys, thank you very much. Stop by my blog tomorrow. Stop by my blog on Friday. 2 chances to win this week on my blog. Okay, guys, see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Danielle. You guys have a great one.